Okay, we've just had our pizza come out of the oven pre-baked, and it's firm but not too crispy. So to add even more flavor and to make it even more delicious, I take a little bit of butter, real butter. I usually just use what I have on hand, which is salted, and just take a little basting brush. Well, I guess this isn't a basting brush. Take a little brush and just lightly spread the butter around. And then on top of that, I like to add this garlic salt. This is my favorite garlic salt, and it adds just the right amount of flavor, and just lightly sprinkle it all around. Then you're going to flip it upside down. This is going to be the part that you're going to taste in your mouth when you first take a bite. And then you can add the toppings that you choose. Now today I'm using just a regular jarred sauce. You can use your favorite kind. I've tried making a couple homemade versions, and they were good and flavorful, but it just wasn't the right recipe, so it just wasn't the one. But you can use whatever you have. I like a lot of sauce on our pizza. And then sprinkle on some freshly grated cheese. You can use prepackaged cheese, but it's just not going to taste as good as if you were to just grate it up a few minutes before in the food processor. And then just top it as you wish. Now for our, we'll have this one just be a cheese pizza for the kids. That one's done too. Okay, for our last pizza, we're going to do a braided pizza. So get the last of that dough out. And it doesn't really matter the shape on this one quite so much, because we're going to make it a rectangle. So just start in the middle again and try and make it a rectangle shape. So with this method that I'm using with spraying it instead of flour, it is more elastic, and so it does come back more often than if you were just using flour. But like I said again, I really like extra flavor, and I don't like my pizza floury, so this is just what I do. Okay, spray your pan again, and then go ahead and lift it onto the pan, and then just shape it a little bit to get it into a rectangle. Now if you use a fork, it helps relax the dough so that it doesn't move quite so much. Okay. Now I take a pizza cutter, and you're going to leave a little section in the middle. So you're just going to lightly cut down the edges of the pizza, leaving the middle untouched, and then flip it over and do the other side. I found this particular pizza tastes really good with pepperoni. Okay. And then you just go ahead and add sauce down the middle. Add cheese. And then throw in a couple pineapples, or pepperonis. We like pepperoni and pineapple. And then now you're going to take the ends that you've cut and you're just going to crisscross them down. And you can leave the top too, and we'll seal them later. But just alternate from side to side, crossing over. Just covering up the cheese and the pepperoni. Cut a few extra on this side than I did on that side. Okay, now when it gets to the bottom, I just kind of pull the dough up a little bit and then just kind of roll it and pinch it a little bit. And take that and roll it and pinch it. And when it cooks, a lot of the juices will sometimes come out if it's open a little bit more. So if you want, you can pinch it a little bit more, but it really doesn't matter. You can just bake it like this. Now, as you saw on my other pizza, I really like to add the garlic salt, but I prefer to do that after it comes out of the oven and just lightly brush it and sprinkle it, and then it's done. And then this I don't pre-bake, but it still comes out fine and completely cooked through, and so you just want the top to look lightly golden brown. Our cheese pizza is about done. It's slightly overcooked, a little bit more than I like it. But you definitely don't want your cheese just white. You want it to turn a little bit of a different flavor. And if you want, you can again add just a little bit of butter to the crust just to give it that little extra flavor. And I don't sprinkle any garlic salt on because we already have it on the bottom, but it just makes it so that the crust isn't dry. That's what we like. And that's it. Enjoy.